What if I teach you 5 secrets to use whenever you can't remember a word? Hello, my name's Saber, and in this video I'm going to tell you great tips and secrets in order to use whenever you can't remember some vocabularies, which happens to English learners a lot. Before we go on, I want you to subscribe to the channel, and if you are looking for some videos for improving your IELTS speaking, don't forget to check that link over there. But before we get started and I tell you all those tips and techniques, I want you to listen to this conversation carefully.
1.
Have you seen that invitation from Miriam? She's invited us to her party. You know, it's a party to celebrate her new house.
Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, her housewarming party.
Yes, that's the word. Anyway, I said we'd go.
2.
You look very smart, David. Are you going for an interview or something?
No, someone at work died, and it's not his funeral. That's just for family and close friends. But they're having a special service for him. It's to remember him.
Oh, a memorial service.
Yes, that's it. I'm going to his memorial service. 3.
Can I help with the cooking, by the way?
Yes, you can help me slice the vegetables if you like.
Have you got a... What's the word I'm looking for? The thing you use to slice vegetables really thinly? It's made of metal.
Oh, I know what you mean. A grater.
Yes, that's it. Have you got one?
I haven't, no.
Did you notice how they tried to define the vocabularies they wanted to say but they couldn't remember? So this is the case. Now I'm going to show you some expressions that were used in the conversations and they were kind of important. So let's now dive in and start with the first one. The first one is, what's the word I'm looking for? So whenever you are stuck and you cannot just go forward because you don't remember the word, then you say, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? This is the way of thinking and finding that vocabulary and scanning your brain. If you can't do it, so you come up with a definition. Number 2. Yes, that's the word I... Good. Mean. That's the word I mean. So somebody says the word in order to help you and then say, yes, that's the word I mean. Number 3. I can't think of the word for it. This means I don't remember. Number 4. It's very good. It's like a waterfall, but smaller and decorative. It's like. Here it means it looks like. So another word like that is here, number 5. It's a sort of terrace just off the living room, but it's got a wooden floor. It's a sort of. It's a kind of. That's the meaning. Number 6. I know what you mean, but I can't remember the word either. So here, I know what you mean is like, I realize, I understand you, but I can't remember the word either. What is either? Either here is to, means also. But the point that why we do not use to is because the sentence is negative, not positive. Now let's go through the tips and techniques I wanted to mention in this video. Alright, so if you cannot remember what you want to add, I mean that vocabulary, so you have to come up with 5 great tips that will definitely help you. The first one is use a simpler word, an easier word. If you can't remember the word for example, currency, use money. A currency is a word that describes the official money of a country. For example, for the USA, it's dollar. For let's say for Britain, it is pound, right? So you can use money. Tip number 2, use a different sentence structure. if you want to say, I don't like science fiction films, but you can't remember the word science fiction, then change the sentence like this. I don't like films about life in the future. Tip number 3. Explain the word. Hose pipe as an example. What does it look like? It's a long green plastic tube. What is it used for? Watering the garden. Tip number 4. Use opposites and comparisons. For example, the word hideous is the opposite of beautiful, right? So it's a bit like ugly, but worse than ugly. So whenever you don't remember, for example, the word hideous, you can use the synonym. For example, ugly, but very ugly. If you cannot remember ugly, use beautiful. Then say, it's the opposite of beautiful. So this way you will make the person understand what you mean. And tip number 5, which is the last one. Use examples and be as specific as you can. If you can't remember the word for a squirrel, say it's a small animal about the size of a rat with a long bushy tail. It's grey and it eats nuts and seeds from trees. So the person can understand it without a doubt. But there is another problem. For people who are in a lower level, so I am totally sure they don't know the meanings of seed, alright, or maybe nuts. Bushy. A bushy tail is a tail with a lot of hair. So this would be definitely hard to even remember. So, I mean, remembering squirrel is much better. So what can we do for this? My personal experience is like, so I study more vocabulary, like Oxford Word Skills, from basic, then intermediate, then upper intermediate. This will definitely help you very much. It's now the time I tell you something very important. This important thing that I'm going to add to your knowledge is this. Whenever you want to take your time to think, you do one thing. You use some words, we call them fillers, or American people call them fillers, right? Like, you know, you see, well, let me think, let's see, like that. So, you can do this in order to take your time to think, okay? But the point is, you shouldn't do that so much. If you do that so many times, then the point is, you are going to face a problem. To be boring for the listener, which is not appropriate at all. Okay? So do not try to use them over and over again, because they will definitely decrease your level of fluency. They're not good much, but it's better than being silent or, you know, making the noise like, okay, most people do that. So do not try to do it, okay? It's not appropriate at all. So I'm going to thank you very much for watching the video. You'd make me so happy if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, did you? No. Like the video in both cases. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that next time we'll come back with another video. And thank you very much. Bye.